Shalom. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushua Ba'Hashem, Rakakodash, and do honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Brother I am Noah Allah from GMS Chicago, and I'm gonna just do a quick lesson on about the MOTB. Right, there's an update about with this digital currency that's about to come. Right. And right now Esau is moving in the way of gradualism, right? He's moving with gradualism, all right. So you heard about the pennies are being done away, all right. The U.S. Has stopped manufacturing pennies, all right, because supposedly it costs too much, all right, to make them. And now you have right here, President Donald J. Trump modernizes payment to and from America's bank account, and this basically goes into how they're getting rid of paper checks, phasing out paper checks today. President Donald J. Trump signed an executive order to modernize how the government handles money, switching from old-fashioned paper-based payments to fast, secure electronic payments. All right, and that right there, it goes to show you that, all right. The MOTB, the implementation of Revelations, the 13 to 16 verse, all right, is about to come to pass, all right. And right now, this executive order was signed, 2 days ago, all right, and it's only a matter of time, when the mark of the beast gets implemented, the RFID microchip, all right, that the Bible speaks of. All right, a major prophecy that's about to come to pass. All right, but let's read that again. It says Trump signed an executive order to modernize how government handles money, switching from old-fashioned paper-based payments to fast, secure electronic payments. All right, so yeah, they're about to do away, with this fiat currency. They're about to do away, cash. All right, we're going into a cashless society. All right, people are not going to be using quarters, pennies, nickels, dimes, not even paper, not even 100 bills, none of that shit. All right, because we're right now, all right, Esau's changing up the monetary system, the way how we buy and sell things, using some form of currency. All right, and he's doing it by the way of gradualism. So in the coming months, all right, you can expect to see, a new monetary system. All right, Esau is gonna push forth this MOTB by the way of gradualism. So you're gonna see a central bank digital currency, all right, that will be implemented first. All right, everybody's gonna be using it. I'm gonna be using it. Everybody around the world is probably gonna be using it. All right. It's gonna be on your phones first. All right, and then a couple months later, when Esau is ready, all right, he's going to implement the RFID microchip. But I'll continue reading the article. It says the order mandates that effective September 30th, 2025, the federal government will cease issuing paper checks for all disbursements, including intergovernmental payments, benefits, vendor payments, and tax refunds. All executive departments and agencies must transition to modern electronic funds transfer, EFT, methods like direct deposit, debit, credit card payments, digital wallets, and real-time transfer. So yeah, it looks like, as far as what I'm reading, all right, as what I understand is that yeah, they're going to do away with cash. All right, we're going into a cashless society. And then, in Esau's new order, in order to control the population, you have to control the currency, basically. That's what's keeping, this system up and running, is this currency. Payments made to the federal government, such as fees, fines, loans, and taxes, must also be proceeded processed electronically were permissible under existing law. Treasury will phase off physical lockbox services and expedite electronic collection of federal receipts. A comprehensive public awareness campaign will be launched to inform federal payments receipts of the shift to electronic options and offer guidance on the setting up digital payments. But I actually don't have to read, the rest of this, because we really don't understand what's about to kind of pass, what's coming down the line. All right. This was even on the news too. They were talking about how Trump, signed and executed an order about this thing, right? And hey, it seems most likely, all right, within 4 years, or maybe less, could be this year, which I believe so this year, that the RFID microchip can be implemented, all right? And then, they even paused it, implementing a new monetary system, since March 9, and now they're waiting until June, all right, of this year. But yeah, really, the Lord is putting the spirit on Esau, to rush his agenda up, all right? So we, if the hopeful luck can get the fuck out of here. Job 14:5, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. And that's right, the Lord appointed Esau's bounds that he cannot pass. Esau doesn't have 10 years in his rulership. Esau doesn't have 5 years or not even 3. All right? The Lord appointed Esau's bounds that he cannot pass. All right? Esau can only go so far. And then, the Lord can really, as that's what's happening right now, the Lord is just really like speeding up these times. All right? The Lord is shortening the days for the elect's sake. But yeah, Malachi 1:4, and then as we're coming to a close point where Esau is about to implement the RFID microchip, all right, a lot of hell's about to break loose, all right. Esau is about to use that. What was it called again? Problem, reaction, solution, all right? A major problem is about to come down the pipe, all right? Or to have chaos, right? A lot of chaos is about to occur here in America, especially, all right? And a lot of people are about to perish. But you have a problem. You got the public's reaction, and here comes Esau with a solution by the way of the RFID microchip. All right. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build it, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. And yeah, Esau thinks he has a chance in his kingdom to rule 10 plus years, but really, the Lord is just shortening his days. The Lord is shortening Esau's rulership days. All right, Esau's rulership is basically coming to an end. All right, because as soon as the implementation of the RFID microchip comes to pass, all right, World War III will be right around the corner. Job 20:23. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And that's right. When Esau implements the RFID microchip, when he's about to begin to fill his belly, right, the Lord is going to put a halt to his kingdom. Right, he's going to put a halt to his new world order agenda. and it's a good thing. Like, yeah, America's only have. I mean, yeah, Esau's real ship is almost up, all right? It's only a matter of time when the RFID microchip gets implemented, all right? This is a major prophecy that must be importantly have to be spoken of, all right? Because those who are not teaching about this prophecy, all right, it's either that they sold out or, it's either that they sold out and really, the Lord is not dealing with them, all right? And then, the RFID microchip, as it's read in Revelations, the 13th and 16th, all right, that is the mark of the beast that the scriptures speak of, all right, because how else would you buy or sell, all right? People are going to be, people are going to be, taking the knee and complying into getting the RFID microchip when they feel the squeeze, all right? People are going to be, submitting to Esau's new monetary system. These people are going to be submitting to Esau's new world order agenda. All right, when they can't, when they don't have anything to eat. All right, when they're all screwed, that their currency is failing. And here comes Esau. All right, with the RFID microchip. All right, ready to mark up 2/3 of our people. But yeah, I just hope this lesson was edifying. We're almost out of here, right? So, like again, it's only a matter of time, right, for this kingdom to fall. And yeah, just strive for the truth unto death, because America, as what it looks like right now, doesn't seem to have much, right? A lot of shit is happening, with tariffs, with political, um, a lot of division here in America. All right, this place definitely does not have another 5 years. All right, but yeah, shalom. Until next time. Shalom.